And we are back. The water just finished boiling. It's very hot. All right, so again, strategy, right? Usually, let's say I want to do 1 cup. So I do 1 cup. Sort of lets the, I don't know what you would call it, but they call it priming. Just a couple different strategies. It's not glass, so I think it's a little different. One's metal, but neither here nor there. I just stick with it. So that's 1 cup in there right now, okay? 1 cup, right? So let that prime up a little. And this is what I do. Of course, figure out what works best for you, because it's your coffee after all. So I've got my ground coffee here. I go 1, 2. I won't go all 5 in there. I usually do like 2 like that there, and I'll let that sit a little bit. Usually I get pretty impatient, but in the meantime, I can start my creamer. Oh, isn't that pretty? I know. I'm excited too. Got my coffee mug out. I'll go with the Modern Times joint today. I got a couple other cups, but a lot of my cups my wife made me get rid of. She's the clutterist, so she doesn't like stuff. I love stuff. She likes stuff, but she likes it in its place and not much of it. All right, so we're gonna go forward here. You could stir this coffee too at this point. Again, sort of like your prerogative. For me, that's for me in my house. Sometimes I do. Today I'm going to, for the effects of the moment. I got another cup of water here. That's hot. I put another cup of water. Now remember, I am 2 cups of water, 2 scoops. So now I'm 3, 4. That 4th one wasn't that big, so I'm gonna go big on my 5th. Now I usually run into one of those moments where I say to myself, "Self, do you want it strong?" And I always want it strong, but I don't, because I never want to accidentally water down my coffee. So I'm doing a 5-to-4 ratio right now. Okay, a little bit of water, a little bit more, just a little bit more, not much. Again, I sort of know this coffee at this point, so I like it a little stronger. So you can let it sit now. I mean, I've already stirred it once. I don't need to really disturb it much more. I can. So I'm gonna let that sit. See me right there? It's really not as clean as it could have been. Production value wise, I guess I could have cleaned that. Get the point, right? In this coffee crowd. It's stainless steel, but I don't know. Anyway, cleaning it's very reminiscent of when I used to clean brass in the Navy. You know, the shine of brass. Here we go. All right, let's let that sit. So looks like our milk is ready. So we'll just move this slightly over. Oh yeah. Look at that. Looks like the Death Star, doesn't it? Let me smell it. Ooh, I wish you could smell how good that smells. You always shake it a little because it sort of congeals on top. You want to get that foam in there too. The foam is really what makes it fun. See the foam in there? Sort of like a cappuccino. And you know what's interesting is I have a lot of friends that are baristas or even coffee shop owners, and they're probably like turning over in their grave at how I do this. But again, sort of brew your own adventure, you know? Maybe that'll be the name of the show. I decided I'm gonna stir this one time because I didn't make it so strong. This is always the hardest part too. You don't want to leave any grounds on your spoon because no coffee left behind in my opinion. Coffee's water, slightly dehydrating in nature, but still water. It makes you poo, makes you happy, makes you excited, jittery sometimes. So I press that down. If it's really hot and it hasn't sat much, it may be sort of hard to press down, but that I just sort of went slow for effect. So there it is. It's fun to make little designs here. That is a cup of coffee. I always raise it back out the French press because I don't really like the metal, as you can see, sitting in there too much. So right about there. So be careful so you don't disturb the grounds. I've got grounds left over here. You can put those in a baggie or whatever. I found this to stay in this Bodum grinder. Sounds fun. Bodum grinder. I found it to stay actually really fresh in here. So I usually leave it in there. Back when Yvette was drinking coffee, as you know, we've had a baby, she would sometimes forget that it was there was coffee in there, and she would spill it, and we'd both be sad. All right, so that coffee looks pretty ready to go, and that's it. Good times. Enjoy your coffee. I know I will.